the situation where we have to make a vital choice, we really get frustrated with all that. What if I make a wrong choice? For example, decision to marry someone, or starting a new business where you have multiple opportunities, or you have job offers. How will you make those choices? What is the relation between cleaning and rejuvenation? It is like concentration and meditation. Meditation produces a state of concentration. Cleaning rejuvenates us. It's a byproduct. It's the result. I think it is one of the most important elements of this heartfulness practice. What is cleaning? What is it that we are trying to clean? Let us try to first understand the difference between karmas, samskaras, impressions, perceptions. Suppose you look at someone and it creates such an impact in your heart. Oh, she is so irresistible, for example. And for days you keep thinking about her. The impression has got you. In the scientific world, second law of Newton or first law of Newton, I'm not an expert in the physics, but actions and reactions are equal and opposite in direction. But in the field of spirituality, the reaction to a particular action has no measure. It can be drastically so profound that a mere glance can produce such an impact that you don't forget all your life. Or so many great things can be done to us and we remain ungrateful. So the result in the spiritual world need not be equal and opposite. It can be as large as encompassing the whole universe or nothing at all. It depends on us. This particular practice tries to remove the certain perceptions which we gather because of whatever reasons, Someone sees to a particular idea and says, oh, this idea is good or bad. The other person sees the same idea and says, oh, this is useless. The other person sees the same idea and says, oh, it's so great. What makes such a difference? All of us are not attracted to the same thing to the same extent. We all have different degree of reaction to the same thing. Our impressions, our background, our perceptions, they work like these colored glasses. We all wear colored glasses in our consciousness. How to perceive the thing as it is? You have heard the story of a great lover who was trying to meet his beloved who was living across the riverside. At night, even when it is raining heavily and he has to cross the flooding river, he catches hold of something, what he felt it was a log, crosses the river. The door is locked, so he is trying to climb it to the first floor of his beloved. He thinks what is rope, holds it and climbs it up and enters beloved's chamber. Later on, beloved asks, how did you climb? How did you come? He said, you left a rope for me to come up. He started laughing. A rope? I never left a rope for you. I didn't even know you were coming. Anyway, then when they see through the window how he climbed up, it was a huge snake. He felt it was a rope. Perception. He was madly in love. So even little thing seemed as if things are helping him to achieve his goal. When he is returning and sees the log that he thought it was a dead corpse. So perception again. Our ideas, our thoughts, our impressions, they have such a hold on our being We need to clean that and see the things they are. So I would like to share with you all how to get rid of these impressions, perceptions, reactions, or broadly speaking, karmas or samskaras. How we can remove them. All our daily activities are like harbingers of collecting all these things, knowingly or unknowingly. At the end of the day, when most of our daily activities are over, we come home to 10-15 minutes of relaxation, spending time with the family. Sit down quietly in some nice cozy corner in your house and try and apply this particular technique. This whole technique is to bring about or bring out the inner abilities from us so that we see things as they are. We like to remain pure, we like to remain simpler. The complexities and impurities that we gather, or let's put it differently, the complexities and impurities that we have accumulated because of these daily activities which are unavoidable. We have a chance now, before these impressions or before these cognates get settled in the deeper level of my consciousness, I like to remove them. And slowly we realize that as I do more and more cleaning, my inner being is so focused. It remains purer and simpler enough to see things directly. We perceive things directly with its, I think, as a result. This is again a matter of experience, and I would like you to feel what a difference it can make to our consciousness. I would like you to ponder over this statement that you are the experiment, you are the experimenter, and you are the outcome. How will you use your laboratory? What is your laboratory? Where is it? It's your heart. In the heart, we conduct this experiment. What do we associate this word choice with? For most of us, it is a decision that we have to make between one option and another option. Or you may be in a frustrating situation where you have multiple options that's, calls on you to make a quick decision. In order to be able to do this, there is a notion that we need to be independent to be able to make an appropriate choice. Of course, but are you really independent in making such appropriate choices? We like to believe that I am free, or we are free, or independent to make that particular choice and come to a right decision. Look at another scenario. Not only are we more in trouble when we have to choose, but we are also distressed when we are trying to make a choice. And especially when the situation where we have to make a vital choice, we really get frustrated with all that. What if I make a wrong choice? For example, decision to marry someone, or starting a new business where you have multiple opportunities, or you have job offers. How will you make those choices? All these aspects of making choices are related to how does your heart feel. So let's think over the choices we have made in the past, when we did not listen to our heart, and the kind of choices we made You'll be happy that yes, whenever I have used my heart, my results were good. Whenever I did not listen to my heart and acted impulsively, I had to regret. So the need to still our heart, make it calm, make it like a still pond, quiet pond, calm pond, on whose surface you can see its subtlest of ripples. Our heart is also like that, see. If you have a turbulent heart, you won't be able to make a really worthwhile decision. Even when you are at the peak of a game and you're playing, for example, a basketball or a football, it's quite hectic. Mentally, you are very hectic. But if you have a meditative mind, despite of chaos, your inner will remain very poised. And when ego plays its part, you have seen this with your boss or with your spouse, perhaps at times, or some unknown person with a lot of arrogance. You can see unjust prevailing there, see. And you say, why? What sort of decisions are they making? Such wrong decisions are made under the spell of arrogance. Arrogance is again another face of egoism. Desires can tamper with our decision making. Decision making is very important, especially to know what is right, what is wrong, what is profitable, what is not so profitable. Which course of action should I take that can help me get out of this stress? These are all matters of the heart. More and more you'll pursue with logic, we will fail somehow. Similarly, the future that I am making will depend upon my action, my decisions that I make today, in the here and now. So destiny, just like what they call in genetics. Is genetics pakka, 100% rigid? No, I don't think so. Physically, to a large extent, genetics plays out. But there is still a factor, what we call epigenome, which is more flexible. It can be influenced. It can be trained. At a mental level, father may be a farmer, maybe a murderer perhaps. But you can change the freedom that you enjoy at a mental level. And spiritually, the DNA of samskars may not have so much of force upon our destiny, because we also have this equivalent to epigenome, freedom of choice. You have a choice to act in certain way. You can deny certain decisions with respect, and you did not apply those things in day-to-day life. The choices that you make again will influence the future. So we are, in a way, makers of our own destiny. So in order to make right decisions, I have to be above the influences of desires. I should be above this arrogance.